Hey violin people, I hope you are all doing just so well. I had told you that this week we were going to learn some new notes. Before we jump into that, page 8 and 9, the subjects of our video for the last couple weeks, songs like Morning Dance, Rolling Along, Seminole Chant, and Lightly Row, those are kind of your big priorities still. Those are songs we would be hitting very, very hard still, spending maybe even up to half of our class working on playing together as an ensemble. And while you guys don't exactly have that option, you do have the ability to just make sure that you know it so well. As I mentioned last week, if you are going to continue with this next year, I'm going to be working with Mrs. Hart to make sure that you pick up right where we left off. And that might mean playing some of those songs from pages 8 and 9. Okay? So the new notes we're going to learn today are all going to take place on the A string. As of right now, we know how to play the open D, we know how to play the E, the F sharp, and the G that happen on that string. We also know open A. Lightly Row, use that open A in a song. The next thing we come up against is going to be the note B, the note C sharp, which kind of works a lot like F sharp. We're probably going to call it C part of the time, and it just means that the sound you're going to get is a little bit higher than C, okay? So, for example, if we heard a C, it would sound like that. C sharp. Very, very close, but just a little bit higher, okay? So, the last note we're going to learn is D. And we had talked about notes like this in class a little bit. We had to get over, when we first learned E, F sharp, and G, the confusion over, well, if this string is tuned to G, how do I play a G on the next string? And the answer is it's just a higher version of it, okay? So we will have our open D still, sounding like that, but we're also going to have a high D that'll sound like that. The two notes are very related. They sound excellent together, but we've got a high version and a low version because sometimes we need that high version, okay? So the way we play these notes is pretty easy because it's just a copy of what came on the first line. To get the note B, which is going to be printed on the third line, middle line of the staff, as in every good burger, we're going to put our first finger down on that first piece of tape, but this time on the A string. A goes up to B, and we get it like this. Okay, that's how it should sound. Pizzicato, let's try a measure of quarter notes on B. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, go. Okay. Next note we add is that C sharp, and just like the F sharp, it's going to be on that middle, that second piece of tape, and we're going to use our middle finger for it, okay? So C sharp is going to sound like this. Let's try a quarter note measure of those. 1, 2, ready, go. Okay, and then finally, we get D, okay? High D is going to be that third finger, okay? And it's going to go like this. 1, 2, ready, go. Okay? So we're going to look at page 18, okay? We're down at example 58. It's called bowing D, okay? And it's the rhythm we've gotten extremely used to, where it goes down, rest, up, down, rest, down, up, down, to finish it up. All right, so bowing D, I'm going to have you try it pizzicato, and then we'll try it with the bow. Okay, so again, I'm looking at page 18, example number 58. Go ahead, set yourself up for high D, and here we go. 1, 2, ready, go. D, 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 and we rest. D, 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 and rest. D, 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 3 more, and rest, okay? Now we're going to try that same thing, slowed down a little bit this time, with the bow. Bow is going to be balanced on that A string, and here we go with it. 1, 2, ready, go. down, up, down, and we rest. Up, down, up, rest, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, and there's a rest at the end. Okay? No repeat sign on number 58, so just the once is fine. If you feel like you need more practice, good news. You can just rewind this video and you can play it with me all over again. Okay? So the thing about violin, because we just added 3 new notes and they're all higher than the notes we could play before, is the higher note is, the more gentle you want to be with the bow. If you really push down on that high D, it's ugly. It's gross. So that's why we wait until now to introduce it, just to make sure that we feel semi-comfortable with the way we're bringing the bow across the string, that we feel comfortable putting notes down with the ring finger, so it can be as smooth as possible, okay? The next one I want to look at is going to be 59 little steps, and that's the only other one I'm going to give you today, okay? It does not have the note B in it, so you can practice just playing those quarter note Bs with the pizzicato ones we did at the beginning of the video. Actually, I'll put some quarter note Bs right here so that you can practice this as well. So let's set up for that. Quarter note B. Let's do 2 measures of it. 2 measures of just up and down quarter note Bs, okay? And remember, that's going to be first finger on the A string. Here I go. 1, 2, ready, go. Okay, so when you're practicing that, if you're happy with the tone, if it sounds like a real musical instrument and not, a bird that's in danger, then you're good to go. Practice that, because one of the examples we'll do next week will have that B in it, so we'll need to be kind of familiar with that, but just make sure that you're getting a decent sound on it, okay? So number 59, little steps, same page, page 18, is going to go D, 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 and rest, and then C sharp 3 times and rest. I'm going to play that pizzicato and have you try it after that. 1, 2, here we go. It's D, 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 rest, and C sharp. And that's it. That's it. You may get sick of me saying this, but do make sure that when you're playing the examples today, you're playing that high D. 3rd finger on the 3rd piece of tape on the A string. None of the examples we have played today or will play today are going to have open D, that low D, okay? After, on the 3rd measure of little steps, it's going to go D, D, C, C, something that would have challenged us a while ago, but now it's not really much of a problem to just kind of take that finger off in the middle of the song. It'll go like this, D, D, C sharp, C sharp. I'll count off and you can try and play that with me. 1, 2, ready, go. D, D, C sharp, C sharp, okay? And then the last measure is going to be D, C sharp, D, and a rest at the end. Try that one with me. 1, 2, 3, 4. D, C sharp, D, okay? So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to split that one in half, and we're going to try it in halves. Then we're going to do the whole thing pizzicato, and then I will put an arco version. You can kind of work through all the steps. And if you make sure that you feel good about each step before you move on to the next one, you should be made in the shade, all set to go when it comes to playing the last one, okay? So here we go. Little steps, the first 2 measures. 1, 2, ready, go. D, 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 rest. C sharp 3 times, rest. Okay, here are the last 2 measures. 1, 2, ready, go. D, D, C sharp, D, C sharp, D. Okay, now, and we're at just short of 9 minutes and 30 seconds here, I'm going to do the pizzicato version of the whole song. Here I go. 1, 2, 3, 4. D, 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 and rest. C sharp 3 times. D, D, C sharp, D, C sharp, D. Okay? And if you have gone through all that, you feel really good about it, and you think you're ready to pick up the bow and play the last one, then let's pick up the bow and play the last one. Okay? It goes exactly the same. We're just switching out that pizzicato plucking for arco bowing. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, go. And we rest at the end, and that's the idea. That's pretty much what it should sound like, okay? Fantabulous job. Same offer. I did not get any additional questions, so if you have any that spring to mind, please get in touch with me. If not, you feel good about everything we're doing and you're just thinking about doing it next year, that is awesome. And I will share, this is going up on Monday, May 4th. Yeah, May 4th. And we are collecting, if you are returning the violins, you can contact Goulet, let them know so they'll stop sending bills, and you can bring it back on May 7th, Thursday, May 7th, when you go to Brown School to pick up anything that you left behind there, okay? You do have to let Goulet know. If you just bring it back to Brown, Goulet's gonna still send you a bill for the violin, but if you call them and let you know you'd like to return it, you can bring it to Brown instead of having to drive all the way up to them. And if you have any other questions about that, please get in touch with me. I am more than happy to answer them. Work hard on those 3 notes. Those are the last 3 notes we have to round out year 1. Everything else we're doing from here involves the full scale, which we'll look at either next week or the week after, of all those notes put together, okay? In the meantime, be well, miss you guys, and take it easy.